Hello out there! Today we are taking a look at a Select Converter. This one is Meeshak, and it is a super deformed Valkyrie from Macross, or a Robotech Veritech fighter. Obviously inspired by the VF-1S. It doesn't have the skull deco, but they got pretty close by having the VF on the feet, and some of the decals are obviously just taken from the original. Cool little bot. I do love the head sculpt, and if you're into this kind of Macross Robotech stuff, then it's kind of a must-have to have some of these little figures. He is very small. For instance, here is a GoBot. What else? Here we've got another of the. There we go. There's his cousin. Here's another Select Converter. Here's a modern sort of Legends size, and a Lego guy. So that ought to tell you about how small he is. In terms of posability, there really isn't much. The shoulders rotate on this joint, but this breaks often, so you got to be really careful with it. It kind of goes into an angle for transformation. So given the age of this mold, this is from 1984, it tends to kind of crack right there. Anyway, the legs wiggle. That's part of transformation. You can kick it back like that for, like a flying pose or something. But I mean, come on, look at this guy. He's not meant to be in cool poses. I do like that the feet, they didn't really need to do it, but they did. They do open and close, again, as part of transformation, but it's kind of cool that it still does that. The head does not turn. You can flip the wings out if you want to, but I don't know. Why would you? But that's it. That's all he's got. So let's transform him into his very cute jet mode. So first things first, his whole chest piece here flips up, and I do like that when you do so, you can see both his motorized pack, and you can see the original Japanese copyright information right there. But anyway, so we just kind of lock this into place like that. The arms need to be squeezed in as carefully as you can because they love to break. In fact, I'm going to do this off camera. So yeah, sorry about that, but it's very scary. But you maneuver them in there, squeeze the feet closed, flip them back as compressed as you can, flip out his tiny little wings, and there he is. And in jet mode, most of the detail is still the same as the the robot mode, but you can get an idea for just how cute a little guy this is. I mean, that is an adorable little figure. Still works a little bit. Some of it's just the poorly designed mechanism itself. These were obviously very cheap toys back in the day, but it's still trying to get the job done. So we give it credit for that. And overall, yeah, just kind of a nice little desk toy. Generally speaking, the plastic on this actually doesn't feel too bad. There are many KOs of this that exist out in the market for very cheap, and they kind of give it a bad name. But the actual product itself, I mean, it's not going to wow you, but it is good 80s plastic. It's not that terrible feeling, dollar store knockoff quality stuff that exists today. So, still pretty good. Before we say goodbye, I did forget a couple of things. One is I do actually have his gun here. It's as super deformed as the rest of them, and he can hold it, although it's a scary proposition. I'm not going to put it in all the way because, again, that's an often broken thing. Is you'll find the handle of this broken off in the handhold there. But he does have it. He can hold it. And then the only other thing is the guns here, the antennas. They do not move. So just wanted to clear that up in case anybody isn't familiar with this and was hoping that there was that little bit of articulation. But there is not. What you see is what you get. And thank you so much for checking it out. Appreciate all of you guys watching out there. Stay safe and take care until next time.